Hello everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel, and in today's video I want to be covering a topic that Jaguars fans have been arguing about for quite a bit now since the offseason started, and it's the topic of Leonard Williams versus Shaquil Barrett, who the better fit is, who the Jaguars need more, and all that, and I'm going to jump right into that. So to start out, Leonard Williams turns 27 this June to Shaquil Barrett's 29 in November. So Leonard Williams is about a year and a half younger, and he fits our time frame more. So that first one will lean in Leonard Williams' side. But to jump into their stats now, Leonard Williams in his first season had 63 combined tackles with 21 quarterback hits and 3 sacks. Now, it's not eye-popping numbers, but once you remember that Leonard Williams is technically an interior D lineman, you realize those numbers are actually pretty good. And you go back and look at Shaquil Barrett's second year in Denver, because his first year he didn't play much, but his second year he had 50 combined tackles with 12 quarterback hits and 5.5 sacks. So even though he quote-unquote produced more from a sack total, he actually hit the quarterback 9 times less than Leonard Williams. So, and this correlates with majority of their career. Shaquil Barrett's best season came in 2019, and we all know about it. He had 19.5 sacks, led the league, get 58 combined tackles, 19 tackles for loss, 37 quarterback hits. He had an all-pro type season. I mean, it was a crazy season. Nobody can deny it from him. It was one of the best seasons of football that we've had in quite a bit of time, besides Aaron Donald maybe, from a defensive lineman. And do I love Shaquil Barrett's game? Yes. But he's the number one thing for me, he doesn't really fit what we need. We have Josh Allen, who is a defensive end / outside linebacker. We have Clayvon Chason, we just spent a first round pick on, who's 21 years old, turning 22, who is an outside linebacker. We have Myles Jack, who even though he's a base coverage linebacker, he can still rush the passer a little bit. I mean, we've seen him blitz from time to time. It's such a non-necessary, do I think we should add some sort of rotational edge rusher, whether it be through the draft or free agency? Yes. But do I think we should give $100 million to an edge rusher when we have Chason and Allen presumably manning each position? No, there's honestly no reason to give that type of money out. And that's where it comes with Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams would be a defensive tackle for us as is in a 4-3. Whether we switch to a 3-4 or stay a 4-3 is to be determined, but Leonard Williams fits both anyways. He can play left defensive end in a 3-4, which is his strong side, or he can play defensive tackle in a 4-3, which he showed this year with the Giants. He played defensive tackle almost exclusively this year. And this year he had 11.5 sacks to go along with 57 combined tackles, 14 tackles for loss, and 30 quarterback hits. He had 30 quarterback hits from the interior. I don't think people understand how large of a number that is for an interior D lineman to get. That's astronomical. I mean, you just don't get that type of pass rush out of an interior D lineman, as well as one that's above average against the run. Coming out of college, Leonard Williams was scouted for his play against the run. That's what made him such a coveted prospect. So to see him blossom into the pass rusher that he has, he's going to be like a top 10 defensive lineman in the league for the next 3 or 4 years. He's just going to be. I don't know how people are sleeping this much on this dude. His only down year of production was the year he got traded. When you trade somebody, they're going from a system that they were comfortable in to a system they're not comfortable in. To hold that against somebody from a production standpoint is just out of this world to me. In every single season besides 2019 where he was traded, he's had 19 quarterback hits or more. Shaquil Barrett has had 19 or more quarterback hits a single time in his career, and that's 2019. I'm not saying it was a fluke year, but people need to understand Shaquil Barrett is not that dominant year in and year out. It was one year that everything went right for him. He's not a top 3 pass rusher, top 2 pass rusher that he produced as. He's not a prime Von Miller, a prime Khalil Mack. He's not that caliber to me. I'm sorry. I love his game and I love what he brings, but he has no necessary need. Now, will I be mad if the Jaguars do opt to sign him and then switch to a 3-4 and bring a lot of versatility to our front seven? No, I won't be mad at all. We just got one of the better pass rushers on the market. I will be happy. But if we go out and sign Leonard Williams, I will be twice as happy. He fits what we need so much more and gives us so much more value for our money. This draft, not very good at the interior D-line department. This offseason, it's okay in the interior D-line. This guy is the top of the top we are going to get this offseason. And if we truly want to turn this thing around as fast as Urban Meyer seems like he wants to, it's going to have to be making moves like this. Getting somebody like Leonard Williams would make our defensive line one of the better defensive lines in the entire league. Now, getting Shaquil Barrett, though, it would improve us, but I still wouldn't put us as a top 10 defensive lineman. Or a top 10 defensive line, sorry. Because simply, he would not get enough snaps. There's not going to be enough snaps of Barrett, Chason, and Allen on the defensive line together. It's just not possible because they're all three edges. We would get killed in the run game even more than we already do. People need to understand this. Our weakness right now on the defense is our interior defensive line. Now, did Devon Hamilton look good in the time that he played with us? Yes. Doug Custon, he looked okay. He looked good for the value there. I mean, he's definitely a rotational type piece. We need that real 3-tech next to Hamilton, though. Hamilton is that big 6'4", 320 nose tackle. He'll be in the middle for us. He'll help hold that down. But we need that 3-tech next to him that can rush the passer as well as stop the running back in his tracks when Devon Hamilton gets double-teamed. That's what we need. And that's what Leonard Williams will bring. That's the truth. People just need to understand it shouldn't even be an argument. It really shouldn't. I truly believe that Leonard Williams is the better player, null and void of position. He's been more consistent throughout his career than Shaquil Barrett has. He's younger. He's missed less games. What else do people need to see? He's missed one game in his career, and it was the year he got traded. Shaquil Barrett missed his entire rookie season, and then missed 3 games in 2018 as well, and missed a game last year. Is he injury prone? Maybe not. But he's missing games a lot more than Leonard Williams is. I'll end it off as I would be happy to get both of these guys. But for those who don't understand, they need to realize that Leonard Williams is the better fit for the Jaguars by a very large margin. And I would be happy to get both. But if the Jaguars have the option to sign one of these guys, it has to be Leonard Williams. There's no debate about it. It just simply has to be. He's what we need to change this defense around. And without further ado, I'm going to wrap up this video. So if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. And as always, peace out, Duval.